Hi guys, Ty Lord here with a pickups video. Not only that, but I have a generous package from Roman Dan up in Quebec, and something from Cory O from up in Maine, formerly known as Mainly Gaming. Cory sent me a little something. I want to share that. First, I'm going to get some of my movies. I have quite a few games I picked up over the past month or so, and quite a few movies. I'll start off with the movies. We'll get to the big stuff that Roman Dan sent towards the end, and the stuff Cory sent. I'm going to start off with some movies I found, though. We'll start off with some Laserdiscs. I have a nice Laserdisc player now, a Pioneer, provided by Mr. Tight White sent me that Laserdisc player. So now it's hard for me to give these Laserdiscs away. Before I would find them all the time and just give them away. Now I find some and I kind of want to keep some. I have all the James Bond movies and I have Jaws. I found a few more. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these or not. A few of them I might, but it's been a while since I found any Laserdiscs, and I found a few. Nothing super impressive, but some nice ones. Francis Ford Coppola's The Black Stallion. This is one of my earliest childhood memories for movies. I remember when I was a kid, this was a movie I liked to watch. I think it's 70s or 80s it was made. What year was it? Oh, 79, the year I was born. It starts off sort of like Castaway. It's a pretty good movie. A little kid finds a horse on an island after a shipwreck. Here's Nick Nolte and Shaq and Blue Chips. I got that one for 50 cents. Sports movie, drama. Well, here's one I was interested in. I just found this today, actually. Below Utopia with Ice-T, and Zeus is down here, who just passed away, unfortunately, and old Alyssa Milano's in there. This sounds like it's a horror or a thriller about some murderous thieves terrorizing a family or whatever. So that sounds interesting. I might watch this one on my nice Laserdisc player. Here's this old 80s movie, Gotcha, with what's his name from Anthony Edwards from Top Gun. I think it has that Gotcha, the paintball game, worked into this story somehow. Every time I think of Gotcha, I think of Friday the 13th Part 6. A lot of the victims were playing the Gotcha out in the woods. So I got that one. That was 50 cents. I used to like these old Pink Panther movies. Here's the original Pink Panther with Peter Sellers. David Niven's in there, Robert Wagner. I think this is the only Pink Panther I have right now. Here's one. I don't have it on DVD or Blu-ray or anything, but this movie always appealed to me ever since I was a little kid. It's like the perfect adaptation of a cartoon as far as the actors go. Popeye with Robin Williams as Popeye. This is so freaking accurate to the cartoon, and Shelley Duvall is Olive Oil. Like, Shelley Duvall's born to be Olive Oil. Robin Williams born to be Popeye. And this has some really nice looking sets. I think the little town they built for this movie I think it was constructed specifically for this movie, and it still stands. I forget which country it's in, but that little town, it's a really cool looking little seaside, like fishing town or cannery town or something. I can't quite remember. All I remember is this movie. I always want to watch it, and then when I do, it's really boring. But man, it just has a really nice look, and everything looks so much like the cartoon. I think visually this is the best cartoon to movie adaptation. Here's Alien Resurrection. I thought that one was sealed, but it's slit open on the side. This isn't one of the best Aliens, but I couldn't pass it up because I never find these laser discs anymore. Here's a Robert Shaw movie I've never seen. James Earl Jones is in it, and Peter Boyle. Beau Bridges. Oh, Jeffrey Holder is in this. But it looks sort of like a pirate movie, Swashbuckler, with Robert Shaw. Robert Shaw is one of my favorite all-time actors. He played Quint in Jaws, and he played Grant, the Spectre assassin in From Russia with Love. So here's a pirate movie that I have not seen. I also like Robert Shaw in The Deep and Black Sunday. He's in a lot of cool movies. Taking of Phelan 1, 2, 3. But I've never seen this one. I couldn't pass that one up. It was only 50 cents. Looks like a cool pirate movie. The greatest pirate movie ever. And then here's one of my favorite sci-fi thrillers, and I can't believe I found it for $2. Outland with Sean Connery. This is a cool like mystery murder sci-fi movie. Really has that alien vibe. It's like deep space thriller. There's no monsters or aliens. It's just has to deal with a corrupt mining facility. The people that are running it, and Sean Connery's like the head cop, and he's trying to get down to the bottom of the corruption going on here. A lot of miners have turned up dead. There's something fishy going on, but man, this is a great thriller. Peter Hames directs it. He's one of my favorite directors. Hyams or Hames, yeah. Peter Hyams or Hames directs it. Sean Connery's in it. Peter Boyle's in this. He's sort of like the bad guy. He really plays a scumbag in this. It's a really cool movie. Yeah, so that's it for the Laserdisc. Got some more cheapo DVDs. Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes. For some reason I didn't have that one. I saw it there for $1 today, so I picked that up. Tuxedo with Jackie Chan. I usually pick up any Jackie Chan movies I find that I don't have. This one was like an American-made one. It was like in the 90s or the 2000s. Kind of like a comedy. Leslie Nielsen's one of my favorite actors too. Wrongfully Accused. Spoof-style movie in the same vein as Naked Gun, Spy Hard. This one's sort of a parody of The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. Man, a lot of scenes in this movie tickle me like nothing else. This movie gets me rolling. Wrongfully Accused. Here's one, and it's the Artesian print. Novocaine with Steve Martin. And it's got Laura Dern in there, and what's her name? Helen Bonham Carter. It kind of has, speaking of her, it kind of has like the Fight Club type vibe. And it's sort of a comedy thriller. There's even a little cameo from Kevin Bacon. Kind of reminds me of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin, where Kevin Bacon just shows up for like 30 seconds in the movie. Same thing happens in this one. Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I'm glad I found it. Oh, here's one of my favorite television series, V. This is V: The Final Battle. I think this is the second half of the original miniseries. Really cool series about alien takeover on planet Earth, made in the 80s. The aliens look like human, and they start off pretending they're our friends and they look human, but underneath they're evil reptilian creatures. It's got, what's his name, Beastmaster's in here. What's his name? You know, this guy, Michael Ironside's in it. Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund's in it. Oh, Mark Singer. He's the main lead in this. Okay, now so I could never find any of these before, but now I found them. Some of these martial art movies I like. Deadly Bet with Jeff Wincott. And what's his name? The bad guy in here is that Stephen Vincent Lee. This is a cool 90s martial arts low budget movie. Like Jeff Wincott, he always brings the acting. Like he's a pretty good actor. I don't know if he's a martial artist first or an actor first. I don't know, but he's a fighter that lives in Vegas, and he's finally built. He's what's it called? Obsessive compulsive gambler. But he's finally built up enough money to marry his girl and move out of the city. But then he wastes it all on a boxing match. He fights Stephen Vincent Lee, and he bets everything on the match, and he loses. And he even he even bet his wife, like he's that much of a scumbag. And then she ends up leaving him and go with the guy that beat him, Stephen Vincent Lee. So the rest of the movie, this guy's down and out trying to make money. He's turning to alcoholism and just underground fights. But eventually, like eventually he redeems himself, and there's a big tournament at the end. Really cool martial arts 90s cheese right here. Here's a newer one, The Ultimate Game. I found it's just like a little slip cover. This is about a martial arts tournament as well. I don't recognize any of the actors in here other than TJ Storm. He used to be in a lot of these. I think this one's newer from the 2000s, so I haven't watched this yet. I need to give that a watch. And I think that was 50 cents, so I had to pick it up. I already had these in another collection, but this was 50 cents. So a Street Fighter series. It's got, with Sonny Chiba, it's got the Street Fighter, Street Fighter's Last Revenge, and Sister Street Fighter. So I had to pick up that. Oh man, here is one of my favorite martial art movies. I can't believe I found it. I just happened to be talking about these movies a couple weeks ago, and now I found this one, Gary Daniels and Blood Moon. This is so freaking cool. It sort of has like a Hong Kong movie feel, but I think it's a Western-made movie. Gary Daniels is a cop, and his partner in here is that guy, Chuck Jeffries. Not many people know who he is, but he is like an Eddie Murphy like impersonator. He looks just like Eddie Murphy. He sort of has the same sense of humor. Sometimes certain angles you look at him and you think that's Eddie Murphy, but you can tell it's not him. But just his mannerisms, the way he's kind of a funny guy. He might be a little bit taller and a lot more athletic than Eddie Murphy because he's like a martial artist. I wish this guy would have gone somewhere. I think he's more into like doing stunt work. Like he did stunt work for Blade. He's like a stunt double a lot. But man, I really like his acting. He's really funny. He's the buddy in here. It's Gary Daniels, who's cool as ever in this, and then his buddy is Chuck Jeffries, the Eddie Murphy, the Eddie Murphy martial art guy. And they're like, it's a buddy cop movie, and they're trying to find this killer that's going around killing martial artists. So it's kind of the same premise as Tiger Claws. The killer is that guy that just passed away, Darren Shalavi. He's the killer in this, and he's really cool. He's almost like superhuman. I don't know if he's like supposed to be a robot or a vampire or whatever, but he goes around and kills martial artists. And then Gary Daniels and Chuck Jeffries are the buddy cops trying to bring him down. I think what's his name is in here. The Riddler plays like the police commissioner. What's his name? Oh, Frank Gorson. He's in here. He plays like the police chief or the commissioner or something. And I can't believe I found this one either. China O'Brien with Cynthia Rothrock. It was one of my favorite Cynthia Rothrock movies. She's in here with also a couple of my favorites. Keith Cook is in here. And Richard Norton. And this is sort of like Walking Tall with a female lead. She's like a karate expert. She goes home and her dad's the sheriff or something. And then there's a crooked guy running for sheriff or mayor. And Cynthia Rothrock's trying to straighten out the town, and all the mayor or the sheriff's goons are always trying to get her. And she's always karate chopping them and kicking them. I think it's a cool movie. It's directed by Robert Klaus that directed Enter the Dragon. I love Cynthia Rothrock. That reminds me, I've been playing my Super Nintendo a lot, and I ended up getting some emulated games on my PC that I hadn't played before. I played Final Fight 2 and 3, and I love both of those games. I beat both of them. I beat Final Fight on my real Super Nintendo, which was a pain. And then I beat Final Fight 2 and 3 on emulators. I kind of want to get the cartridges of those games now because they're amazing. But in Final Fight 3, there's a character named Lucia, and she looks like Cynthia Rothrock, and she fights like Cynthia Rothrock. So Final Fight 3 is cool with me. Okay, and then on to a horror movie I picked up. I own all of the Friday the 13th except for I had owned all of them except for the remake. So I picked that up. What's gonna happen is Tight White, myself, Zomberry, and Retro T-Barone are gonna do a live conference stream and discuss our we're going to discuss and rate all of the Friday the 13th movies. So I've been watching all of the Friday the 13th in my free time. It's been taken away from my workout time. When I get home, I've been watching the Friday the 13th, and I've been taking notes. So we're going to have a discussion on Friday the 13th and rate them all, like our favorite to our least favorite, which is going to be hard. But I had to pick up the remake, the Michael Bay produced one, which is a cool movie. I'll talk about it later on when I get together with Tight White, Zomberry, Retro T-Baron, and whoever else is going to be doing that. But I had all of them at this one, so this was the last one I watched. So I recently watched this one. It's fresh in my mind. I think it fits in nicely with the older ones. I think it's pretty faithful to the old ones. Okay, that's it for the movies. I want to get into the video game gifts. First of all, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Super Nintendo lately, and then Cory O out of the blue said, "Hey Steve, I'll send you this. A nice Super Famicom controller there with a beautiful primary colors, buttons there, face buttons are blue, red, blue, yellow, red, and then also green." Nice controller. So I'm going to be playing this, using this a lot on my little Yubo 2-in-1 or whatever it is, or twin Famicom. And then I got a nice big package from Roman Dan, and I have a package going out to Dan soon, but I wanted to put a few more things in it because he went all out with this. He makes the beautiful replacement cases on his printer, and he sent me some covers for games that I had loose that I've been wanting covers for. He printed out a bunch of those for me, and then he sent me more games on top of that. So I definitely got to get you back, Dan. But I highly appreciate this. I'm really hyped up about this stuff. Roman Dan sent me. First of all, I had Silent Hill on PlayStation. I got it back when it was cheaper, but I didn't have the cover for it. I just had the loose disc. I think this is the greatest hits disc, but he sent me this nice little printout of a cover. I can slip it into a DVD cover. So nice little Silent Hill 1 cover there, beautiful stuff. And then he sent me one for my Tekken 3. Look at that, you can't tell it's not the real thing. Tekken 6, I'm sorry. He sent me a Tekken 6 cover. Didn't have that one. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Didn't have a cover for that. He made a nice little slip cover for me. You can't even tell this is not the real thing. These are for me in my own little library, so I don't care if they're real or not. A Mega Man Anniversary Collection for Xbox. Look at that, beautiful. Can't tell it's not the real thing. Mercenaries 2. Nice, beautiful slip cover there. Doom 3. Didn't have the cover for that one for whatever. He printed out this. This is so nice. Devil May Cry 4. I had loose, so I got a nice cover for that now. Velvet Assassin, which I haven't played. Had that loose. He got me a nice cover for that. And then he sent me some more on top of that. Some of these are actually real the actual originals he sent me. These will be good in case I find the loose discs. I have this, but he sent me Outfit Fantasy Star Universe, which is a cool game I like. I see that loose sometimes, so I'm going to pick that up. I already have a full copy of that, but got another one here. Magic Battlegrounds. I think that one's kind of hard to find, but I have a nice little... I think that's the actual real cover of that. Yeah. And then... oh no, he printed that one. See, you can't tell. Yeah, he printed that. Oh, Far Cry Instinct. I requested that one, but I ended up finding that. There's a nice Far Cry Instinct. And then here's the original slip cover for Deus Ex Invisible War, which is a cool Xbox game. So if anyone needs a cover for that, let me know. Someone... My phone's going crazy. All right. Here we go. Okay, the stuff Roman Dan sent me. He sent me a bunch of games on top of that. So I'll start off with... he knows I'm a big 007 fan, and he keeps track of the ones I don't have. I think this was the last Game Boy game I didn't have. The World Is Not Enough. And this looks like a top-down adventure game, unlike the first-person shooter counterparts on PS1 and Nintendo 64. And this one's a sealed copy, so this will be on my James Bond shelf up there. And then on top of that, he sent me a loose copy. I guess he figured if I wanted to play it, and I didn't want to rip open the seal, so I got a loose copy of The World Is Not Enough. Very cool. And then he sent me some PSP games. Check this out. Tomb Raider Anniversary. I have this on Wii and PlayStation 2, but this will probably be the way I play it. I kind of like to go portable for some reason. Like I can play it while I'm waiting in the car for something. It seems like I have more time to play portable games than the console version, which is why I really like Switch. And then check this out. I don't even remember this coming out on PSP, but I guess it was popular because it's a greatest hit. Final Fantasy Tactics. Wow, War of the Lions. Very cool. So another Final Fantasy game I have. Okay, and then here, look at this. Damn. Wow. He's such a good friend, like he keeps track of what I say. Like I think I mentioned on a video, I never knew this came out on PlayStation on one of Hob G's videos. And so he got it for me. Vampire Resurrection. It's like the Japanese print, a physical copy of Darkstalkers Vampire Resurrection. So I'm pretty sure this is just a compilation of all of them, or maybe a remaster of part 3. It's all in Japanese, so I'm not sure, but I love Darkstalkers. So I was even thinking about getting the games on PlayStation 1, but they're really expensive now. But I don't need them now because I have this. And then Shadow of War for the PS4. I think he was recommending this one. I need to play Shadow of Mordor first. I have that one. I'm getting quite a big PlayStation 4 collection. And then let me arrange these a little better. Tiger Woods 2004 on Xbox. I collect for original Xbox. I didn't have that one, so that's awesome. Bicycle Casino includes Texas Hold'em. Didn't have that one on Xbox, so I'm glad to have that. He sent me the greatest hits version of Morrowind. I have this already, but it's a second copy. I guess if anyone needs that, let me know. It'll be hard for me to part with it because certain games, I'm afraid if I break them, I won't have another one. So, But here's Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, great game, really showing what original Xbox could do. And then my favorite of all of the Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, right here. He sent me another copy of that. This is heavy. Oh, it's got the bonus disc and the manual and the map. Dang. So that's a nice copy. I already have this game as well, so hit me up, anyone that's interested. You got to be interested in this. This is like one of the best games ever. And then Skyrim, I think I have a couple copies of that, but always happy with one more. Assassin's Creed 3, this is the American Revolution one, I think. I think I already had that one too. So hit me up, anyone needs that one. And then Xbox Arcade Unplugged. I hope that means you can play it without being plugged into the internet. Looks like it's got some card games and puzzle games. I didn't have that one either. Oh, Ninja Gaiden 2, I don't think I had that one. I'm afraid of these games. I can't do like Demon Souls or Ninja Gaiden games. I already get game rage as it is with regular games. Oh, here's a cool looking Xbox exclusive Quantum Break. Cool. I'm gonna try to get Series X eventually for the. I'm not really in a big hurry to get any next-gen consoles, but when I do, it'll be probably Series X because it plays a lot of my older Xbox games. So that'll be cool to have a little library of Xbox One games I missed out on. Titanfall. I hear this is a really good game with mechs and whatnot. So all that stuff Daniel sent me, and it's highly appreciated. And I got a package going out to you, Dan. I just want to find a few more things to top it off. So that's it for the stuff from Dan and Cory O. And then I found some more games on my own, which I'm surprised I found anything. So Street Fighter 4 and Mortal Kombat 10 are the games my buddies and I play at work during break. It's been weird at work the last couple months. Like, we don't even sit down to eat during breaks. We just go out and play Street Fighter 4 and Mortal Kombat 11. One young man there has Street Fighter 4 on his PC, so we're playing Ultra Street Fighter 4. And then another buddy of mine has Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch. So there may be like 6 of us. It's like an arcade during break times and lunch. Like I haven't even sat down and ate really in a long time at work because we're enjoying the fighting game so much. But anyway, I need to practice on Mortal Kombat 11 because that's what we've been playing. So I got this at GameStop. It was $20 on sale, and I used my $5 off coupon. So I thought $15 for Mortal Kombat 11 is pretty good. And then my buddy gave me, he gets all hyped up for games and then never plays them. I guess I do the same thing, or no, I don't really get very many new games. But this is a really cool looking game. He gave me Cyberpunk for PS4. From what I've seen of this looks like it's a really cool open world type adventure RPG shooter. But I hear it doesn't run that well, or at least when it came out, it didn't run that well on the current or the older generation systems. So hopefully it's been patched up by now so I can play that. Okay, I can never pass up any Bond games. Here's a loose greatest hits version of Everything or Nothing for PS2. I highly recommend this game. Anyone wants this, I'll give it to them. I found some PlayStation 1 games. Game Day 99, 50 cents, and Game Day 2003, 50 cents. It's crazy, PS1 games were still coming out in 2003. And then I found another copy of Nightfire for PC for 50 cents. Wonder if it has like the key code in there if it needs it. I don't see it. Okay, then I found NCAA Football 11. It doesn't go for as much as 12 or 13, but it goes for a little bit more than what I spent on it, $2. Universe at War for $3.60. I got that for 50 cents loose. Not really familiar with this game at all. It's a Sega game. And then old Dead Island Riptide I got for $4, so I was happy about that. Whew. Okay, well that's about it. Once again, thank you to Roaming Dan and Cory O for the nice little gifts in the mail. And so I guess I'll see you next time. I'll try to keep you updated with when I'm going to do that Friday the 13th discussion. I'm not sure when that's going to be. As soon as all of us watch them all. I can't believe I got through watching them all before everyone else did. Anyway, so I'll talk to you guys later.